Welcome to Praying Through the Bible number 67, Joshua chapter 10, verse 12 through 14, a prayer that is timelessly bold. Faithfulness becomes foolishness when faithfulness is not content to rest on God. Rumor has it that NASA discovered a missing day when doing calculations for satellite positioning. Running the calculations both forward and backward in time, suddenly the computer stopped and a red flag signaled error. Apparently, the calculation showed a missing day in space in elapsed time. Details made the story even more credible by naming the scientist Harold Hill and his place of business, the Curtis Engine Company, both of which are real. Believers hungry for validation and argumentation lapped up the story. Don't get me wrong, there is a place for extra biblical evidence. Archaeology can be very instructive, even when not conclusive. Secondary sources such as Josephus, Tacitus, Suetonius can back up the primary source, which must always be Holy Writ. Me, being skeptical and not being mathematical, even with my shoes off, doubted the NASA story. It seemed to me, in my perpetual state of mathematical ignorance and hopefully philosophical curiosity, that a necessary fact in order to find a missing day would be a known beginning day. There's a beginning day, we just don't know the specific date. In other words, it didn't add up. Faithfulness becomes foolishness when presenting fallacious arguments. That missing day, though, is not missing. Scripture mentions it in Joshua chapter 10. Chapter 10, verses 12 through 13, Joshua spoke to the Lord in the presence of Israel. Sun, stand still over Gibeon, and moon over the valley of Ajalon. And the sun stood still, and the moon stopped until the nation took vengeance on its enemies. Isn't this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stopped in the middle of the day and delayed its setting almost a full day. Now, I do not doubt what happened that day, nor doubt that such could only happen by the energy force of God. How did that time stand still that day other than God interfering in his laws of creation? I do not know, nor then can I explain. I can't even fathom it. No doubt the sun looked like it stayed still in the sky, but the sun does not move. The earth does. Therefore, the language is accommodative and geocentric. Even in our modern enlightenment, we still speak that way today, saying sunrise and sunset. So we can't think of ourselves as arrogantly more intelligent than them. Now, unless God installed miraculous gravity, if the earth literally stopped its rotation, gravity would cease. And if gravity ceased, then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. 1 Thessalonians 1:17. Yes, I'm being facetious. But you see, this is praying through the Bible, not apologizing for bad apologetics. So, what can we learn from this Joshua pericope? Boldly pray. I doubt we'll ever see a repeat of that day because Joshua chapter 10, verse 14 says, there has been no day like it before or since when the Lord listened to a man. Boldly pray. God could say, no, wait, or that's not how I work today. Possibly, I know what's best for you, or God could say, yes. So boldly pray. Faithfulness is never foolishness when faithfulness is content to pray to God. What is our prayer challenge? I've often wondered if we are too conservative in our prayers out of fear of God saying no, or the fear of feeling foolish, or fear of God thinking us presumptuous. Did you notice how much I use the word fear? You see, it's easier to live with safe than with faith. Living with safe does not require boldness or prayer. select your petition, and boldly pray. Start praying. Has been Praying Through the Bible, number 67, Joshua chapter 10, verses 12 through 14, a prayer that is timelessly bold. I hope that this has been a blessing to you. Please share, please subscribe, and if you make comments, apparently that helps other people find this YouTube channel. And continue to boldly pray for me. Thank you.